Welcome to the Healing Hour for September 12th, 2017. This is Tyson Bannigan, the Energy Detective, and I'm here with you for another hour of healing and clearing and bringing dowsing energy healing to your life. So we're standing by to receive your calls. You can call in by toll-free. The number is on the screen. You can also join by clicking the link on your smartphone or webcam to join me and then live. So standing by and we're getting ready to receive your call. So I don't know about you, but it's certainly been busy in my world, and I'm sure it's pretty busy in your world as well. Lots is changing, lots is happening. The Earth is going through big transformation as the Earth clears the trapped energy from human-based emotions. We're having major hurricanes, geoengineering is occurring. There's rumors of wars. There's all sorts, lots of things happening. So we're having comments coming in now. Solissa, I think it's Skypes. Hello, welcome. If you'd like to type in your comment or your question, go right ahead and do that now, or you can just join me toll free by phoning 1-866-369-7464 or clicking the link and being able to join me that way. And Judy said later on or earlier before the call, thank you for all the good work and teachings. Yes, I appreciate all the feedback from you, Judy, as well. And I know that you're not available for this call, but for those that are not available for this call because they're working or have other commitments, you can head over to the Healing Arts Academy, the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy, and the show will be posted there under the Healing Hour. So just type in Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy into YouTube, and you'll find the show there as well. Or you can come back to the Tyson Bannigan Facebook page, and you can listen to it there. Or you can, those are the number of ways in which you can catch up on the show. All right, so if you're available and like to phone in, please do so. And the number is toll free in North America, and it's 1-866-369-7464. And also there's the Be Live link in the comments that you can click on, so you can join by smartphone or webcam. All right, so we're heading over to the Dowsing Energy Healing Facebook group. I'd just like to thank all the 1,697 members for joining. I appreciate the lively discussion, the great questions that are answered. I love the fact that you're helping each other learn how to do energy healing, asking really good questions, and helping each other learn how to dowse and be better at doing the work that we're called to do both individually and collectively. So this is answering the questions for Dowsing and Energy Clearing, Personal Clearing Tuesday. We have 11 comments there. So Monique Sage says that she'd like to clear her extended family and family of origin. Yes, if you're going to clear extended family and family of origin, both matriarchal and patriarchal, it's probably good to also clear your soul family at the same time. And if you've been doing the deep clearing for 21 days straight, then you've moved on to being able to do the short version of that, which I'm going to use in this call right now. So here goes, spinning the pendulum. I'm going to use this little pendulum today. Here, give you a view of it here. So, and I'm going to spin the pendulum counterclockwise to clear. Okay. So I will say, I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies in and around and through everybody on this call now or listening to the call in the future, to clear all extended families, family of origin, both patriarchal and matriarchal, and also the soul family from any non-beneficial energies that may interfere with our soul's growth. And we undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions. And we ask for the assistance of our light team, which includes the angels that we want to work with, of course, our guardian angels, and you may want to work with some of the archangels like I like to work with Archangel Michael. You may like to work with others. And you may want to work with the Divine Mother or Source Energy or Father God or Divine Spirit or Great Spirit. So that's what I mean by your light team. Fill in the blanks of who you have or who you want to work with on your light team. So we clear this throughout all time, space, and dimensions, and through all the dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so be it, it is done. One of the things about family that's good is that you chose your family on the soul level to have the experience that you're having. So it might be good to also include the Ho'oponopono prayer. So it goes like this. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. So that's a really good one to say. So I love you because together we made this soul agreement to work together. And thank you for showing up in my life to be in my face or to show me that part of myself that I was looking for outside of myself so I could learn to take back my personal power and assume that within myself. So thank you for doing that. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me because if I had already figured this out in the past incarnations, I would need to have you do it in this incarnation so I could learn that lesson once and for all. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you for showing up in my extended family and helping me learn this lesson once and for all as part of my soul journey and my soul growth. And I declare it so be it, it is done. So there you are. That's one that's really good for everything to do with extended family, family of origin, soul family, realizing that we chose the players that we wanted to come and incarnate with on this incarnation because there's certain soul lessons we wanted to get accomplished this time around. So we really need to be grateful for the fact that people were willing to volunteer to play that role. And of course, we've been playing roles like that with each other. So what was our mother could be our father, and what was our child could be, and vice versa, and so on and so forth. So we've been playing these multiple roles through time and space, lifetime after lifetime. So we need to honor that commitment that we have for each other as a soul group, that we're helping each other spiritually grow. And for that, we're truly grateful. So that was a great one. Thank you, Monique Sage. So moving on here, we have Clark Jones. Clark says, clear any emotional or mental blocks, triggers, resentments, envy, grief, and despair. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the thing to remember about emotions and feelings are we're never going to get rid of them. You know, life is a roller coaster. We have negatives and positive. We have learning experiences. You know, we're never going to have calm, or we're going to have calm and then we're going to have a storm. It's just the way it is, you know, the ebb and flow of life. And that's okay. What really was important in all this is what shows up. How do we deal with it? Do we go into our human mind consciousness, which is a reaction against it, and say, oh, poor me, it isn't fair. It always happens to me, blah, 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 blah. Or if it hadn't been that my family did this to me, that I would be okay, or whatever your story is. If you can get out of your story, which is your ego, which is trying to rationalize why are you behaving or why you're having the reaction, and move into your true nature, which is your connection to source, which is, all right, this is happening right now. I can choose how to react in this moment. I choose to come from my true nature, which is I'm connected to source, to God conscious, that I'm truly grateful for the learning that I can take from this and from the emotions that I'm having, so I can process them, take what I want, and let the rest go. And now the emotion drops out of your body, grounds into the earth, and if you've dealt with it appropriately, that type of vibrational frequency never needs to show up in your life again. I'll say that again. If you dealt with it properly, that type of energy never needs to show up in your life ever again. That's a powerful, powerful insight. Try it out. See if it works for you. Make sure that you do the work necessary, whatever the motion is, get it done, and I guarantee you that if it's done, it won't show up again. All right. Who else do we have out there? So for anybody who would like to phone in, I'll put the phone number up on the screen. I'm live for the next hour. You can phone in. It's toll free in North America, and it's 1-866-369-7464. Okay, it's up on the screen now on the Tyson Bannigan Facebook page. You can also use the link that's in the comment section that will allow you to click using your smartphone or your webcam and really join me live here. You'll come into the lobby section. I'll see you there, and then I can bring you right into the show, and you'll be live right beside me on the camera, and you can ask me those probing questions that you have about dowsing and energy healing and what you want to not only remove from your life, but what's the awesome things you want to put into your life. So don't forget, we clear and then we install what we don't want, and then we install what we do want. All right, so Samita Nig, she wants to clear trauma on all levels. Okay, so here goes. So that's the same way in which we would do it. Short form, if you've been doing the long form and you finished it for 121 days and you've cleared all of that stuff from your field, then you can now use the short form to laser focus on what it is you want to clear. So this would be a laser focus that we're going to focus just on trauma at all levels. So here goes. So spinning a pendulum counterclockwise would be I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal and repair all trauma at all levels of my being for everybody on the call or listening to the call. And I undertake this clearing to the multidimensional levels of my being through my lineage, both matriarchal and patriarchal, and through any bleed through from this lifetime or any past lifetime or any timeline known or unknown. And I clear this trauma, toxic emotions, unresolved emotional conflict from my timeline. And I ask for the assistance of my guardian angels to assist in this undertaking. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. So again, trauma is like pain, or it's like any learning lesson. The point of it is that you take what you can and learn from it, process it, and let the rest go. Trapped emotion in the body leads to stress. Stress leads to disorder. Disorder leads to disease. So the important thing is, deal with your emotions, process them, and then let them go. And of course, learn from them in that process. All right, so that's for Mita. All right, so Madhu, Jave, clear material lineage of my son-in-law, Amit Reddy, of genetic mutation leading to chronic leukemia. Wow, that's a good one. That's powerful. Yes, anything that has to do with, first of all, if you're incarnated, with your soul family into this lifetime, and you're related, like your brother, sister, whatever. And I think you could even say son-in-law, because there are soul contracts involved in that relationship as well. You can clear on their behalf. So you can say something like this when you start your short clearing. So when I clear myself, I clear my family and my loved ones, right? And you can even say, and my clients, and then continue on. So yes, you can do that. So I really highly recommend, Madhu, you know how to do this, that you, for the next 21 days, clear your son-in-law. Now, the thing to remember is that in a soul contract, we may have taken on a certain disease or disorder in order for us to learn something. So leukemia is a very powerful lesson. And so our body is trying to tell us something. So it's good to know, what is the body telling us? And so for that, my favorite way of discovering that, I'll just hold it up here. Hopefully you can see it. It's messages from the body. Bring it down here. And this gives you all the symptoms and then just talks about what is the origin of that message from the body. Why are you having that pain or disorder? What is it that you could learn from it? So let's see if we can do leukemia fairly quickly. And this is where knowing the alphabet really helps. I'm not very good at that part, but anyway. So it's in the other one. Oh, wait a minute here. L-E. So yeah, it's in the other journal. So we'll go to the other one. See if we can find it there. So yes, this book is very powerful, this set of two books, in that it traces a lot of our trauma that we have, our unresolved conflict, toxic emotion, core fractures. All of those sorts of things generally happen in this lifetime between the ages 0 and 7. It usually comes from our family of origin, but it also can be a bleed through from past lives. So, again, it comes back to why did we choose the family that we had? What was it that we wanted to learn in this incarnation? And then being able to then clear that so that we can move on. Okay, let me just see if I can focus here long enough to get to leukemia. Okay, we're going to get there. We're still working on it. Looking up leukemia. Here we go. So here's the symptoms are what's going on with leukemia. What is your body trying to tell you? And so in this particular case, excessive white cells leading to self-attack and self-destruction. So the body is saying, and my limitations. This is their fundamental assumption that they feel it is totally unsafe to be who they are. They're giving up on life with a mass of what's the use feeling. Their family was super subtly vicious and violent and accusing and attacking. Because it was so subconscious and subterranean, they took it all on themselves as God's just judgment. In other words, they took the responsibility of all this, misdirected family behavior as their responsibility. The result is that they are now brutally killing their inspiration and self-manifestation as a moral imperative. It is often precipitated by the loss of a loved one due to its connection with the expression of love within them. It seems to result in intense frustration with themselves and in a bottling up of their emotions, with a special repression of their disturbed or conflicted attitudes towards love. At the base, they are distrusting, dismissive, alienated, and confused by love for and from others, and they want to isolate themselves and not feel anything. Now, that's a lot, and that's a lot to be working through in one lifetime, but it certainly is doable. And yes, for example, Madhu, you can help clear away the pressure of that by doing a deep clearing and a short clearing for your son-in-law. But in actual fact, that to really speed up the process, it would be best to have your son-in-law book a session with me and learn how to not only do the deep clearing for himself, but also to do a clearing of toxic emotions. And in that process, we would do a descent into what was the soul contract that you assumed, and why did you take on your parents in the way that you did? What are your life lessons that you want to learn in this lifetime? And how can you learn them in a way so that disease and disorder and pain and suffering is not the way that you have to learn any longer? And this is all doable. So if you have symptoms out there and your body is in pain or, been diagnosed, then I really encourage you to book a session with me, do an exploration, and see if you'd like to work with me. We can do clearing toxic emotions, unresolved emotions, and we can also do that using sound healing, which is using the sound of your voice. So there's multiple ways, and this is really my passion, is helping people get over the limiting beliefs that they have, which lead to pain and suffering, disease and disorder, and helping people stand in their own truth, take their power back, and being able to clear up their lives. And I want to do that both on the individual level and on the collective level and on the planetary level. So if that's one of you out there and this rings true to you and you want to know more, then I want you to head over and to book a session with me. And if you don't know how to do that, you can always head to tysonbannigan.ca, which is my website, and there'll be a link there and how to book a session with me. Great. All right. So Madhu says, I have downloaded the app but still cannot access the show. Yeah, there's nothing to do but to click that link, Madhu, that I just gave you. It's the one that says https believe.tv broadcasts the healing hour on the Facebook live show -quest. You just click that link and it will bring you right into the show. So there's really nothing to download. You just click that link from your smartphone or from your computer and it'll bring you onto the show. So actual fact, I don't know if I can actually post that right now. Let me see if I can do that. Copy to the clipboard. I'm going to go over here and see if I can post it in. I'll see if I can do that. We're going to post in the link right here to show you what it looks like. So here's the link to come on and talk to me through your smartphone or through your web camera on your computer. And if you can't click that link because it's on the screen, you'll be able to find it on the Tyson Bannigan Facebook page. That link will be right in the directions, right in the comments of the show. So just click that link. You can call me toll free, 1-866-369-7464. All right, we're moving on here to Kathy Morales. Clear any mental blocks or fears of success and well-being and health. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we want to get you out of your own way. In fact, we want to get everybody out of their own way. So as a coach and a mentor, my job is to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time. And really what that has to do with, if you understand what your divine gifts are, what your life lessons are, why are you incarnated, and what your mission is to deliver to the world in this lifetime, that really helps you have the inspiration and the clarity to move through your mental blocks and fears of success and get on and be able to deliver your passion to the world. So if that's you and you want to know what your life purpose is, what your divine gifts are, how to get out of your own way and deliver your passion to the world, then I really suggest you also book a free session with me and we can have a discussion how I can help you do that. And in the meantime, let's do a clearing for Kathy and everybody else on the call. This is Kathy Morales, Morales, to clear any mental blocks or fears of success and well-being. So using the short form and spinning the pendulum counterclockwise, it would go like this. I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair any and all mental blocks or fears of success or well-being or health. For anybody listening to this call now or in the future, And I undertake this clearing with the assistance of my guardian angels and my light team, and I clear myself throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown, and throughout the multidimensional levels of my being. And I declare it so, so be it. It is done. Thank you. So I'm doing that in a way in which I would like you to repeat it. Now I could do it another way, which is I undertake this clearing for everybody else to clear any and everybody's mental blocks of fears of success and well-being, and to undertake this clearing through the multidimensional layers of their being in space and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so with the assistance of my light being, so be it. It is done. So the first way I showed you how you would do it for yourself, and the second way I showed you how you would do it to help others. Okay? So there you are. We're clearing all mental blocks or fears of success and well-being. If you were to do that for 21 days, you'd be free and clear, and you can move on to clearing other things that may be in the way. So that's it for those Tuesday requests for the dowsing and energy healing Facebook group of what people wanted to let go of. So we're going to move on from that and see what else people would like to clear. I have a very interesting post here that I'd love everybody to head over to the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook group, and it has to do with geoengineering, about the manipulation of the weather and the hurricanes, such as the ones that we've just experienced, Harvey, Irma, and now Jose. So geoengineering is a reality. I'd like you to know more about it, and I'd like you to use the deep clearing protocol and short clearing to help transmute the effects of geoengineering used to manipulate the weather and hurricanes, both individually and collectively. When we do this, we can help clear all the trauma that is induced by those that want to control us by actually transmuting all that non-beneficial to beneficial without waging war. So it's a very powerful thing to do, and I welcome everybody to do that. We have 1,697 members, and if 1,697 people did it, that would be a powerful, powerful force for change on the planet. So if you're listening to this call, I really encourage you to do that. If you're new to the group, don't forget, you got that free book that you can download. This is a book that was written about increasing your intuition by one of my master dowser teachers, which is John Living. So take a look at that. That's well worth listening to or downloading and reading. If you have any questions, you can come back to the Dowsing and Energy Healing Facebook group and ask me those questions as well. All right, so I'm going to go and see if there's any more requests for assistance on the Dowsing and Energy Healing. Very quiet out there today. Don't forget, you can phone me toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. So why don't you head over and help and do that right now? So that's 1-866-369-74. We'll just put that up on the screen now. That's toll free, 1-866 1-866 369 7464. Another way to remember this number is it's 1-866-dowsing. So 1-866-dowsing is another way to remember. I'll put that up as well. And that way you don't have to remember all the numbers, right? 1-866-dowsing. That will get you on the call as well. Don't forget, it's toll free in North America. It's up on the screen now. All right, that's 30 minutes gone, and we got 30 minutes to go. Standing by for your call. If you'd like to receive a clearing or have a discussion that has to do with energy healing or clearing, please get hold of me, and we'll do a clearing for you. All right, so we're going to go back over the dowsing and energy healing group and see what else people wanted to work on. Give me a second, we'll just go over there. So I see Annette has joined as well. So Annette, don't forget you can come on toll free and ask your questions that way. Just phone in on the number you used here. And so Annette, you can join in the call. All right, we're going to go over again to the group and see if we can get back over there and see what else other people would like to clear. All right, so that was the Tuesday clearing request, and we're in the dowsing and energy healing was requested. All right, here we go. So we talked about geoengineering and the use that. All right, Clearing Monday. Let's see here. We got 8 comments here on the Clearing Monday. All right, so here's the clearings that people wanted to be involved in. And don't forget, you can do these on your own. You're just using the short clearing. If you want to know what the short clearing is all about and the wording that you can use to do your own clearing, you just head over to the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook group and go to the files and you download what's called the short clearing. So Elizabeth Lakin, Lakin, wants to clear the White House. Well, that's a pretty good one. So it would go like this. I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energy in and around and through the White House. I undertake this clearing with the assistance of my light team and the heavenly host. And I undertake this through the multidimensional levels of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. Thank you. And in the case of the White House, I would also do a Ho'oponopono prayer because, everything, a radical responsibility using the Ho'oponopono prayer is you're responsible for everything. So even the behavior of the White House, which may seem alien to you, is a consequence of not coming to terms of our own inner White House conflict inside of ourselves. So that in order to work on that, you would say, I love you, that the fact that there is a White House to show me what craziness is in the world that is inside of myself, and I'm sorry that I have to have it reflected in the outside world because I'd figured out inside my world it would be not part of my world any longer. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me because once I have this figured out, I will no longer be concerned about the White House. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you for this opportunity to clear not only myself, but the White House and American politics for that matter. Okay, so there you are, Elizabeth. That's how you would do it. And Mandy Simpson, that would be the same thing to do for a house. So it would be I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all energies in and around and through and all geopathic stress. And we could do that for the White House too. From negative geopathic stress into positive with relation to my house, the White House, or any home or any building associated with anybody listening to this call, live or otherwise. And I undertake this clearing with the assistance of my light team and my guardian angels throughout all time, space, and dimensions, and through all realities, both known or unknown. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. So that would be the same, Mandy, for the University of Cape Town in South Africa. We would just do the same thing. So it would be I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial geopathic stress lines in and around or through, or any thought forms trapped in and around or through the University of Cape Town, South Africa, and I undertake this clearing with the assistance of my light team and through the multidimensional layers of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown, and I declare it so be it. It is done. All right, moving on to Kandal Arawak. Hi, thanks for offering this again. Well, PM me the address. Thank you. Yeah, well, the way to do that is if you can't be on the call, you can always leave the clearing in the comments in the dowsing and energy healing, because I'll cover it on the next call. Also, you can join me live by phoning 1-866-369-764, 7464, or you can click the link and join me through your smartphone webcam. Her house, so let's do that for her. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies in and around the vendor's home, and I undertake this clearing through the multidimensional levels of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. I call in the assistance of my light team and the guardian angels. And in this case, we could also ask for the earth elementals and other elementals to assist in this clearing. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. Thank you. All right. Sage wants to clear homes during this time of turbulence, cemeteries and residential areas. Yeah. Wherever you go, you can take your pendulum or you can use your index finger and you can clear wherever you think there would be trapped energy. So, one of the major places that would be is hospitals. Every time you go past a hospital, you could clear. Every time you visit somebody in a hospital, you could clear that person and the hospital. And don't forget to clear yourself before you go into the hospital and clear yourself when you come out of the hospital. And don't forget to also clear any places where there's been accidents on the highway, because that probably means there's geopathic stress or a stress line that's passed underneath that highway, or that maybe that the highway has interrupted a natural phenomenon there and bottled up the energy in the earth. So clear that. So wherever you're traveling, when I traveled with a master dowser, he was always spinning the pendulum. He was always clearing as he went. And that's the benevolent thing that you can do, is clear wherever you go. Clear graveyards, clear places where there's been accidents. Just clear, 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 clear. That helps relieve the stress and duress. It means Mother Earth can start to regulate the temperatures and ideal conditions for life on Earth, and we don't have to have such violent hurricanes. And it also counteracts all the geoengineerings and all of the craziness on this planet of those that want to maintain control by directing the forces of nature to do non-benevolent acts. So it's our divine right, standing in our power and taking back our personal power, becoming sovereign and human beings, is to be able to counteract that energy. And I'm not talking about going to war. I'm not talking about picketing in the streets. I'm just talking about clearing your own inner energy and being able to declare that's not going to happen in my world. And when you do that, you're transforming the world one person at a time, starting with yourself. And for that, I'm truly grateful. And collectively, when we do this, especially in a group of 1,697, if we were to do that together, that's a powerful force of transformation and change that we planet. So thank you for showing up in this group, and thanks for helping clear the planet one person at a time, starting with yourself. All right, so moving on here. Yeah, there's a question here from Samantha. Was on August 28th. It raised some really interesting questions. She wanted to know whether you could get rid of sleep apnea using dowsing or alternative ways. And again, this has to do with something that your body is trying to tell you through sleep apnea, that you're not relaxed enough to be able to breathe deep enough to get the oxygen in to your system to be able to sleep deeply, to be able to recharge your energy. So the question is, so what is the trauma or unresolved complex core fracture that needs to be dealt with so we can deal with that underlying issue once and for all, whether it's in this bleed through from past lifetime, whether it's in your matriarchal or patriarchal lineage or part of your soul family. We just want to get it done, because once we get it done and you are able to process that emotion through your body and ground it to Mother Earth, and you do that responsibly, you will never symptom again in this lifetime. I'll say that again. Once you deal with an emotion, a trauma, an illness or a disassociation or a core fracture or a toxic emotion, once you deal with it correctly and you process the energy through your body and ground to the earth, you have completed that, and that lesson is learned, and you no longer have to learn that lesson in this lifetime. It's over and done with. So what could be better than that? So if you want to do this for yourself and you want to learn how to do the deep clearing, then I really encourage you to do that. Head over to the Dowsing and Energy closed Facebook group, or head over to WW Energy Day. Look for the deep clearing, sign in, a video of me doing the clearing, sign in, you'll get the text for it, download the text, do it for 21 days, clear your energy field. You have a new way of showing up on the earth. You'll be taking back your personal power, and then you can move on to doing the short clearing. Don't forget to join the group, the Dowsing and Energy Healing Facebook group, where we work both individually and collectively. And again, if you're still faced with disease and disorder, you can always arrange for a free session with me, and we can decide whether we can work together and whether I can help you take back your power and stand in your truth no matter what. In most cases, what I found is 97% of the people that do the deep clearing are able to move through and clear their bioenergy field once and for all. We had another interesting number of comments around the Sansanjivi healing system, which is also posted on the Dowsing and Energy Healing Facebook page. There's a really good video posted there from John Living, who shows you how to use this healing system, and it's all for free. And these are they're like signatures or signs that you print out on cards, and you can put them under your drinking water, and it puts the energy into the drinking water. You can broadcast them to your friends. You can broadcast them to yourself. And there's every symptom that you can imagine. There is a Sanjivi healing symbol for that particular symptom. So that's another free system. It's Sanjivi that you can look up. I'll just spell it as S-A-I, Sanjivi, S-A-N-J-E-E-V-I-N-I-E. Look it up, and it's free to download. Highly recommended, okay? Great. So we're still standing by, and we're available for you to phone in toll free, 1-866-369-7464, and the numbers on the screen. Let's just see if anybody else has shown up and would like to get any questions answered. All right. It seems to be pretty quiet on the Western Front today. And so if we don't hear from somebody fairly soon, we're going to assume that we're done for today. All right, so this is Tyson Benning, an energy detective, standing by for your call. We're just going to scroll through and see if there's any other comments or clearings that people would like. All right, so here we go. Mandy Simpson would like to clear all slaughterhouses and areas surrounding them. Yes, that's a really important subject. Yeah, I could say a lot on that, and I might upset a lot of people by what I say, so I'll be careful around that, or maybe I won't. Personally, I'm a vegetarian, have been for a long time. I follow the Tao, and in the Tao, not drinking wine, not smoking, and not eating meat is part of the requirements of following the Tao. And so slaughterhouses for me are, animal cruelty. If you're going to eat meat, I'd prefer that you did it using local meat, which is sourced in your local community. I highly recommend that it be grass-fed, that you actually attend the slaughter and know how it happens. And if you do all that and it feels like that's what you need for your body, then so be it. I just want you to do it with awareness and compassion and understanding for the animals involved. If you're just a person who's getting it from anywhere you want, and you're getting it from your local, store, and you don't have any awareness, then I really caution you that the meats that you're eating, a lot of them are heavily polluted with pesticides, herbicides, antibiotics, keep the animals from sickness and disorder and disease because they're packed together in horrific situations. So if you're going to eat meat, please do it with consciousness, awareness, love for the animals that you're going to eat, and consciousness, awareness. Remember, whatever you eat is a political act. Whatever you eat is a vote of compassion for the world that you want to create and live in. So let's just do clearing for all slaughterhouses involved in the slaughterhouses. So here goes. I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies, trapped emotions of all animals that are in trauma as they go to the slaughterhouse. And I clear that energy in and around and through the slaughterhouse. And on behalf of humanity, I apologize to all animals that humans do not understand their actions. And I undertake this clearing on behalf of humanity and apologize to all the animal kingdom. And I thank you for your sacrifices that you make for us to raise our consciousness and to understand that we are planetary stewards and that we have a responsibility for raising consciousness and part of the evolutionary process of Gaia, or the living earth, and that animals and all plants and all the kingdoms and all the dimensions are part of that, and it's our responsibility. And ultimately, we will become eaters of light, and we'll be consuming nothing on the planet. And therefore, I look forward to that day when we can stand in the truth of who we are as light beings. And for this understanding, I'm truly grateful. I undertake this clearing with the assistance of the archangels, and in particular Archangel Michael and the heavenly hosts for the multidimensional levels of reality, and through all types, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so. I love you. I'm sorry to all the animals. Please forgive me and thank you. It is done. All right, so that's for all slaughterhouses and for all meat eaters, and for becoming conscious consumers of whatever it is that we eat, that we become more aware of what we're doing and the consequences, not only for ourselves, for our families, and for all of life, and for the planet. All right, Monique Sage wants to stop the destructive, violent weather. Yes, Monique, there's lots in the dowsing and energy healing around geoengineering and the use of the short form clearing that I've created, that's posted in the Extraordinary Healing Arts YouTube channel around the short video I did to clear around all the technical engineering that's being done to change the weather. So let's do that. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all destructive, violent weather actions taken by geoengineering and by the forces that do not abide by the law of one, which is do no harm. And I deactivate, neutralize, and transmute all energy of control that's projected onto this planet from any and all sources, both known or unknown. And I undertake this in my holy name with assistance of the heavenly host and Archangel Michael. And I undertake this through the multidimensional levels of reality and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. Thank you. So the important thing is I'm not declaring war on anybody, but I'm saying this is not acceptable in my world. In my world, in the world that I'm creating, that I'm part of, by reaching my consciousness, there is no such thing as geoengineering. There is no such thing as controlling and misuse of animals and the plant kingdom and all the rest of that. And when I come to a resolution inside of myself, and I come within myself, and I stop the inner geoengineering war of the weather, my inner weather, in my inner sacrifice of my animal instincts, my animal body, and I love myself unconditionally, then I can love all of humanity. I can even love those that are creating this destructive energies on the planet. I can love everybody, and by doing that, I'm projecting that energy to others and changing the world that I live in. I become the change I want to see in the world. There's no other way to do this. I can't do it by picketing. I can't do it by lying in front of a bulldozer. I can't do it by getting angry. In fact, when I do it on those ways, I become part of the problem. So The only thing I can do is radical responsibility for everything that I put into my mouth, everything I do. And that's the way that I bring about change and transformation in my world. And I hope that I encourage you to do the same in your world. So this is Tyson Bannigan signing off for the Healing Hour for this week. And I'll be back same time, same place next week to answer all your questions. Until then, be healthy, wealthy, and wise, and take care of yourself. And remember, together we can create the world that we want to live in. And it begins with you creating the world that you want to live in inside of yourself. So thank you. Bye for now. Have a great week.